Totem Pole Nation, welcome back. We are live. Coach Taylor. What is going on, my man?
Hey, man. Welcome back.
Back in America.
Welcome back.
Back
How
in
the words go to
America.
that song. Welcome back. Welcome back.
That's
to
it,
the place.
Good.
So how's the he hit a button. And now he's off. But he will be back. Welcome back. Betta's back. So the sun is already up. It's 7:30.
It's coming up here. It hasn't come up here yet. I want to say it comes up in like 10, 15 minutes, maybe.
Yeah, let me check my
phone. Yeah, man. Good times, man. I guess we got to do our picks sometime here today.
What are we picking?
NCAA bracket time.
I haven't watched the game all year, man.
Just roll some dice, man. Just roll some dice.
I might actually be better off than some people that actually watch the games. So Panama, how did that go? How did the trip down there go?
It was unbelievable, man. You know, just seeing fans. Cutting out here. Can you hear me? Yeah, just seeing family that you haven't seen in 4 or 5 years, man. It's great. You know, her grandmother, her Yaya, man, she is just a freaking saint. We spent so much time with her. She learned like a whole paragraph worth of English just for me and everything. So yeah, man, it was great visiting. The food was amazing. I think I shared the paella dish that she made the first day we got there, and I mean, that's just it's unbelievable. It was so good, and it's a hard dish to make, man. You put all these different things in there, and got to heat it all up, all for it to be perfect. And yeah, man, we ate off of that thing for 2-3 days. It was delicious, but just had a good time, man. You know, you go over there and people treat you like a rock star and everything. We stayed at 2 different hotels. We went to a few casinos pretty much every night, went out dancing and everything. Just had a blast, man. Just lived the dream and everything over there.
So how does the prices of stuff compare to over here? Do they take American dollars? What are the
Oh, of course, man. You know, cash is king all over the world. Don't ever forget that. And yeah, the American dollar. Yep, they're definitely what they try to do. That a lot of the places that they try to give you, the Panamanian change back. Which I mean, that was fine. You know, we used that, to tip with. But that was the nice thing too. Is where they lived at. They lived about 20 minutes from the hotel we were staying at. And an Uber ride over there would be, $6-7. It was really nice. So it was nice. We wanted them to stay comfortable and everything and not have to do, everything for us. And we had some other family there. It ended up being 13 total family members. And then there's 5 of them. So we went out twice where we had all 18 of us. And it's hard to get, it's hard to get her grandmother out. Like I said, she's 91 years old. And, she has one of the kind of, like I would say, just kind of like a trolley that she's got to use to move around and everything. And so stairs are not her best friend. So you try to avoid that as much as possible. But we're also celebrating our brother and sister, Christina and Michael Miller, their 20th year anniversary. So it was amazing. We all went out with them. Everybody got dressed up, 5-star, service and everything. Amazing restaurant. Yeah, man, we just did it real big, and it was just such a blessing to be over there and to see her and everything. You never know how much time you got with people.
What life lessons did you take from the Panama vacation?
I guess I would just say, be with, love the ones you're with. You know what I mean? We were over there, and I didn't spend a whole lot of time on my phone or anything like that. I'd post a few pictures and stuff like that, do a couple videos, but we were just loving the ones we were with, being in another country, it's not like you can just get in the car and drive right over there. You know what I mean? So
Yeah,
we enjoyed, we embraced, and even though there was a communication level that's different, they speak no English, I speak no Spanish, man, we both know the language of love, you know what I mean? And they made us feel, they just made us feel so good. My TO, my Uncle Carlos, you know, he's just an amazing guy, and just such a happy guy. But he had a stroke, and you know, he would have things that he was thinking about, but he couldn't get it figured out, you know, what exactly he wanted to say. He knew it was up there, he just couldn't get the words out. So he would get frustrated with everything, and I was like, it's okay, you know, it's okay. And you know, you have your translator on your phone as well. So, you know, I tried to pick up a lot of Spanish, and you know, whenever I had something funny to say, I would just say that in English, and it would say it in Spanish, and boom, we'd be laughing our tails off. You know what I mean? So it's a good time, man. Just that would be the you know, the biggest lesson, and just how blessed we are. You know, there's the people over there are poor on a whole nother level. You know what I mean? It's nothing to see. You know, it's nothing to see. You know, a small car and, you know, 8-9 people get out of the thing. You know what I mean? Like that's how they ride. You know what I mean?
Yeah. They got to be able to get from place to place. You know. So to recap this week, while you were gone for Total Pole Nation, today we got big news from the Cyborg. Have you talked to the Cyborg?
Well, he sent me a little message, and man, I'm just gonna say, wow, this is a big deal. And yeah, he just sent me a little message. Oh man, I'm a little winded right now because I'm excited. Oh yeah, I'm definitely hyped up for it. So cannot wait, man. You know, that guy's future's so bright, he's got to wear shades. You know what I mean? Super excited about it.
Yeah. So this week in Totem Pole Nation, let's see, 7 days ago. Let's see, were you here when I did Paul Boudreaux, the offensive line coach from the Rams and from all over the NFL?
I do not believe so. I exited Friday.
Yeah, so I did Paul Boudreaux. I think that was Saturday. I did the Alabama football chat guys. Hutch did like 3 totem poles. Wow. He did the F1. He did the Saints. He did John Jones win. We did another Coach McNally podcast, 2 hours and 45 minutes.
Wow.
I did Jason Elkins and Randy Cross and Dub Maddox. The Randy Cross, that is one of the most genuine and coolest dudes I've ever met. That guy, he became emotional talking about his coaches, and I only got to spend an hour with him. I could have spent 3 hours, you know, because he's just so genuine. And I mean, he didn't have to come on here and talk to me. Then Dub Maddox, the offensive coordinator from Union High School in Oklahoma. I did the third one with John Strollo. I've kind of taken a break a little bit. Bill Mountjoy came on yesterday. And then I got Coach Mike Scott, who was the special teams coordinator for the Green Bay Packers. Coach McNally hooked me up with him. This guy played for Ara Parsegian at Northwestern, coached for Ara Parsegian at Notre Dame, coached for Jerry Faust and Lou Holtz at Notre Dame. And he coached in the NFL with Marty Schottenheimer, with the Chiefs, the Redskins. Then he went to the Rams. Then he went to the Green Bay Packers.
Wow. That is unbelievable career right there. Marty Ball, man. Marty Schottenheimer. What a goat to work under that guy, man. I bet he was just he seemed like he'd be a guy that had his hand on the pulse of everything going on in an organization. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Wow, man. Really, what a week. And I knew in my heart, man, that your interview with Randy Cross was going to be fire. I mean, my 2 favorite centers right there, man. You know, I'd had that run-in with him. You know, took him from Tampa Airport down to the downtown Marriott. And just such a genuine guy, man. Just a perfect person to be stuck in a car with and just conversate with, you know. And just the legendary coaches that he went under, you know, this unbelievable football mind. Yeah, but you guys, and that's the thing, man. You guys that are the centers of the offensive line, man. I've never not met a center that wasn't a heck of a character. You know what I mean? You've been one of my best friends for life, so I'm sure he's got some great road stories that he could tell. And with Montana being the guy for so long,
We
and
need to get him back
for
on,
those
man.
without a doubt,
I
man.
didn't even get
Without a
enough time
doubt,
to talk to him about any of the players he played with.
Right. And those 49er teams, I mean, they were so good, both sides of the ball, special teams. I mean, they were just such a good squad. Yeah, man, I would love to hear, him, and Ronnie Lott stories, you know what I mean? And Charles Haley. I mean, they had some big studs up front too, for sure. So I'm sure he was blocking those guys. And then the players on that offensive line. I mean, not the players, but the players on that offense. I mean, Roger Craig. He was way ahead of his time. With the receiving out of the backfield. I mean, what kind of stats would he have put up in today's game in a spread style offense? You know what I mean? Roger Craig. And just the work ethic of a Jerry Rice. You know what I mean? Like when you got guys like that, that bar has risen so high. You know what I mean?
Yeah, then this weekend, Coach Tatum has got his offensive line clinic. I've asked him to come on and talk about the clinic. And that's going to be going on all day Saturday.
Yeah, he went to a Glazer clinic this weekend, man. I'd love to pick his brain about who all was there, what he learned. When you're at those kind of clinics, man, just bring a notepad and or if they let you record it, man, that'd be even better. You know what I mean? If you could just hear all the stuff, because there's so much good stuff that's there, and you just want to remember everything. You know what I mean? Just be a sponge in that place.
Yeah. So,
but yeah, man, I've also got some. Go ahead.
Go ahead. Now, I was just going to try to think about what we had going this week, but go ahead with what you got.
Yeah, I was just going to say, man, I got some really, promising breaking news as well, man. We've had the Cuban assassin, Fidel Sierra, the Cuban madman. We've had him doing the infusions, the ketamine infusions. He's he's got a quarter left of the whole deal. So he's pretty much got 3/4 out of the way. And I mean, to me, it's making a huge difference. And, he's a guy that's just suffered from chronic pain, being in the wrestling business, taking bumps for over 40 years, from all over the world, and those mats, people think those things look padded and everything. I'll tell you what, it's not what you think. You know what I mean? When you're there live and you hear it, it sounds thunderous, and the body is just not made to take that kind of not made to take that kind of pressure day in and day out. But he's been doing very well, and I think it's helping him physically and mentally as well. He's had a few times where he could have really kind of went postal, if you know what I mean, really upset, but he just kind of took a deep breath and was like, well, it is what it is. It's not a big deal. You know what I mean? So I'm super proud of him. And like I said, we got a quarter of the way left. So, I'm just going to keep you guys, in tune with how that's going, because, that's what we're trying to do, man. Health is wealth. And, what we got going on over there with the ketamine infusions, for chronic pain, for bipolarism, and that's a thing I would like to see it tested on as well, man. With us guys, our bond is for sports and football. And, football, we've lost so many legends to CTE and stuff like that. So that would be something where, a lot of the things that it's helping with, are a lot of things that people with CTE are, struggling with as well. So that's something that I want to learn more about and see if anybody that's had the CTE has been tested on it. Because it's an amazing medicine when it's done properly, and it's just a blessing that we're doing this, and just to see the guy, day in and day out, and to see his life changing and getting better. It's such a blessing. You don't have to live with all that suffering and that pain all the time. You know what I mean? There's good medicines out there, and I think we got a winner here. So it's just been really exciting.
So Coach Hutch must have got back in the DJ booth. I don't know if you
I saw
saw
that.
what he
Did see
posted,
that, man.
but he must have been. It looks like Shanae's. I think you spent a few nights there one week, or a few weeks there one night.
Probably. Yeah, man. What a diverse guy, man. Heck yeah. DJ Hutch on the 1 and 2.
Yeah, he actually was playing some good music. So
I'm
was
not
happy.
surprised, man. I'm sure he's got some good stuff in the repertoire. Yeah, there we go. It's kind of coming out. You see that out yonder?
Yeah. A lot of clouds out today, but it's still 80
Yeah, they
degrees
are,
down there. It's 80 degrees,
man,
y'all.
Look at this. Yeah, I got a tank top on. Just the perfect tank top.
Yeah.
One of the greatest of all time.
Perfect. He's the great. He's
Yeah,
great.
man.
Does he have any kids that wrestle? Did anybody follow in his footsteps?
I know he had a son, Curtis Axel, that was wrestling for a good while, and I believe he might be one of the securities there with WWE. I'm not sure, but that's like the last that I heard. But yeah, man, and that's over 3 generations, because Larry the Axe was such an amazing guy, and he was one of the first ones that made an impact on us and watching. That when Baron von Raschke,
Yeah.
the Claw, and Kurt Hennig went up against the Road Warriors. But yeah, man, she's looking pretty good.
I was going to ask Randy Cross, but Randy Cross actually competed in high school against Jim the Anvil Neidhart in shot put.
Right?
Yeah,
wow.
They're from the same place. They're from somewhere in California.
Wow,
yeah,
small world.
Yeah, about Jim the Anvil.
Yeah, man. For a while, I believe in Portland, Fidel, he had they had a what do you call it? A team, but they were a unit. But it was him, and I believe he might have been Top Gun at the time, Anvil Neidhart, and it was Crusher Khrushchev at the time. But they were a stable there. And I mean, man, what a rough bunch those guys were. You know what I mean? All big, 6'3", 6'4", 280-pound dudes. Not guys you'd want to mess with, man, for sure. Yeah, it is, man. It's looking beautiful now. We don't have the colors that we usually do, but it's
what do you got planned today? What do you got?
Yeah, we got to go
week?
and we got to do another treatment. Yeah, when I'm done here, we have a 9:30 treatment that we got to go take care of, and then we're going to go to our favorite spot to eat a burger, Willie's. We always do Willie's over in St. Pete Beach.
That's not the Willie's that John Morant was in, right?
No, definitely not. Nope.
I don't know which Willie's that is. It's probably Houston.
Is that right?
I asked one of the guys, I think it was a coach that was from Houston, why does Drake like Houston so much? And I think we saw from that picture of John Morant and that gentleman's club. It's $50,000 on the floor, dude. $50,000.
Man, that's unbelievable.
That is unbelievable.
Yeah.
That's a lot of money, man, to blow through. So
yeah, I could think of some better things.
Yeah.
Help some kids or something like that.
Yeah.
But hey, man,
we
when you got that, what's that? That's like a $5 bill to us, right?
$200 million contract. So Coach McNally will be on Tuesday night. Back. Coach Ian Tatum's supposed to be coming back, but Coach McNally told me he has really enjoyed being on Twitter, and he likes being on Twitter because he is continuing to learn and he's continuing to study. He said it's keeping him fresh. I mean, what was he doing before? Was he just studying on his own? And if someone called him, like he would talk to him?
I'll tell you what, for For him to have that much energy, I agree. What was he doing before? Where has he been all our life? I mean, what a savior.
I
He's
just
been the
thought
best thing that's
I was thinking about this yesterday. I called my friend Zach. He didn't answer. But dude, how in the world have I become friends with Jim McNally? Like, this is unbelievable, dude. I mean, he's FaceTiming me. He's like giving Shane, my friend, dating advice. I mean, he's just funny.
Yeah, man.
I mean,
He's a great
he's
mentor to have, man.
LC Bird girls team lost in the state championship, and Princess Anne had a really good player, and they played good in the fourth quarter, and we lost. But Kelly McMillan, who you know, I invited him to come over, my dad's house, eat some pizza, after the game, because kind of wanted, it's kind of like you're going through grief when you lose a game that big. But we sat there and ate pizza and watched the Marilyn Monroe documentary. That was pretty cool.
Okay.
It was, from tapes that had been made from interviews of her and then other people that were around, that knew her and when she died and everything. But then Coach McNally FaceTimed me, and Coach McNally and Kelly McMillan got to take a trip down memory lane. And Kelly McMillan told him every single person that ever played for the Bengals, what year they were born, everything. I mean, he's like a human encyclopedia, but he enjoyed it. So,
That's
Bird
good.
lost,
Sure
but I invited my friend Kelly McMillan over to eat some pizza, and he left and went and finished the stats for the season for the girls team. So shout out to LC Bird girls. They fought hard, and man, I felt like I played after the game. I was yelling so much.
Man, I bet. Yeah, it seemed like it was a nail biter till that fourth quarter, and they just took control and everything. But man, I saw that John Marshall score. Holy cow! Would the one team not show up till the fourth quarter?
No, I mean,
They beat the
I mean,
brakes.
I
They're just
don't.
that good.
I'll play. What the coach says if you want me to. The coach from the other team, he's won 5 state championships. They said. And the one thing I'll say about Ty White, who's the coach at John Marshall, I met him when I went to Richmond to be a PE teacher, and the guy is one of the best coaches in Virginia, but he's just one of the best guys. I mean, on 2 separate occasions when they've played Bird, I mean, he's taken his time out to talk to my son and ask him, hey, you play basketball? Hey, you want to play for Team Loaded? Even before the game this year when we went to John Marshall, he's out in the parking lot. And I'm saying, hey, Ty, my name's Troy Taylor. I'm the football coach at Bird. This is my son. And he's sitting there talking to, I think, his girlfriend or something, or his wife. And he stops and, takes time to visit with us right before a huge basketball game. But, anybody that wants to complain about his team and what they're doing and who they have playing, I mean, it won't no mystery who was going to make the state championship. I mean, when I left that game when they played Bird, I pretty much said, call me. I want to watch them when they play somebody that's getting paid to play, because that's the only way it's going to be a game. All right, so this is what the coach says. Hold on.
I love kids. I love athletics. I wouldn't be in it this long. I wouldn't be this passionate about it. Okay? But nobody wants to get their head kicked in every time they step out on the floor. And in 2A, 3A, 4A, anybody that plays this group is going to get their head kicked in. I think everybody's smart enough to know that. Okay? Again.
Well, I mean, they are the number 1 team in the nation. All right. And they have pretty much the same team they had last year, which includes a kid named Dennis Parker, who has been a phenom ever since he started playing. And, I mean, he's going to NC State. I mean, he's probably better than John Morant right now. I mean, he's a better shooter. He's taller. He's 6'4". He can't jump out of the gym, but he could definitely shoot. And then they had this other kid who's a freshman. And I was up at Bird during the summer with Jackson, and these 3 kids got out of a car, and they looked like NFL defensive ends. And I was like, who? I was like, what college do y'all play for? They're like, we're going into ninth grade. I was like, where? They said North Carolina. Well, one of the kids is a freshman. He's 6'8", and he's a center forward. I mean, he's going to play pro basketball. So Dennis played for him for 4 years. The North Carolina kid's going into ninth grade. And then there's another kid who, when I went to the game, one of my younger coaches goes, oh, that's the guy from the Kevin Durant show. I mean, they were filming the Kevin Durant show in Richmond. A kid moved from the Bronx to come down here to be on the show. His name's, I think, Chris Rivera or something like that. And he plays on the team. So there was only 2 kids that transferred. I mean, both of them are D1 basketball players. The freshman's got a UVA offer already. But the other kids got offers too. But, I mean, you knew who you were going to play. I mean, it won't no mystery. So what did you think about what the coach was saying and everything?
Well, I mean, you know, you're going to go up against teams that just have better athletes sometimes. You know what I mean? Like your preparation's got to be, you know, on 1,000. You know what I mean? You got to play a perfect game sometimes. That's all it is.
You're probably not going to beat them.
It's yeah. Maybe you just still won't beat them. You know, no doubt.
They're the number one team in the country.
Without a doubt, man. I mean, you know, I was a part of a team there at Lakewood that had, you know, 5 guys in the NFL, and we didn't win the state title. You know what I mean? Like you run into some teams, you know, and so, yeah. I mean, number 1 team in the nation. That's kind of what they're supposed to be doing to everybody.
I mean, I think they've won 5 in 7 years. So, like, it ain't no mystery that they're good. And it ain't no mystery that you're going to have to play them. So,
yeah, you just got to play a perfect game.
You're going to have to play, and then it's going to follow the way. Chips are going to. I mean, I think Princess Anne's won 13. They won 13 state championships in the last, 15 years or something crazy.
Unbelievable.
And what is that saying? To be the man, you got to beat the man.
Ooh.
That's the nature of it.
This is what you got to be. You got to be that right there. You got to be absolutely perfect. So beat a team like that.
Yeah, they're perfect.
You know?
Did you see Tyreek Hill run that 60 meters?
Dude, man,
they call him the cheetah for a reason.
Everybody in there. Yeah.
What did he run the 40 in at the combine? Let me look it up.
Yeah, man, it's got to be 4.3 or something. Yeah.
At the combine, he ran 4.29. So I don't want to hear anybody ever say that they run a 4.3 40 again. Because he hit a 4.29. So if you're hitting 4.3, you're pretty much running what he's running. Yeah. Man, I mean, just compact, man. That dude, he can go.
Yeah, man. He had those guys out the gate, too. I mean, it looked like he had a head start out the gate. He had a 5-yard start.
191 pounds. His dad is Derek Shaw. I wonder, did Derek Shaw play sports? He had to have, man.
That's a good question. Yeah, man, you gotta have athletes in your family to be that kind of blazing speed, man.
Oh yeah,
you know, heck yeah. But yeah, man. So yeah, we got that treatment today, and yeah, just trying to get dialed in, back in tune, and everything. You know, got a lot of laundry, got to knock out, and all that good stuff. Get ready for the week, man.
Yeah. So
that is the game plan.
This is our welcome back show. We've had a week.
Yeah, welcome back, guys.
We're moving to 7:30. Yeah. We're moving to 7:30 now. The show's time.
Yeah, it's too dark.
Because it's the time change. You know, when are we going to change this? I thought they were going to change the not having the daylight savings time anymore.
Yeah, you know, they vote on everything that doesn't matter, and then they don't vote on stuff like this that matters. Right?
As of March 2023, a number of state bills have been introduced, and a bill in the U.S. Senate reintroduced. But until a daylight saving time bill is passed in both the United States Senate and the House of Representatives and becomes law, most of the United States will continue to change their clocks twice a year. I mean, is it supposed to save electricity? Like, what was the purpose of it? What was the purpose of daylight savings time? What's the history behind it?
Yeah, it's a confusing thing. Let's
Daylight
get it out
savings time
there.
was first implemented in the United States with the Standard Time Act in 1918, a wartime measure for 7 months during World War I in the interest of adding more daylight hours to conserve energy resources. Year-round daylight savings time, or wartime, was implemented again during World War II. So we are actually saving energy. Isn't that wonderful?
Well, there you have it.
I don't know.
I learn something every day with you, bud.
Well, that's what they say about good conversation. They say that you learn
man.
things. So I don't know.
Absolutely, Coach. You
I
are
learned
the
something.
man.
I've learned that I've kept my clock like an entire year and not changed it.
So now you're perfect. You're right on time. So let me ask you this. I saw a picture of Vinny and a football.
Yeah.
What was that all about?
Well, man, Vinny died. He got put down like last year, and I don't know. I was just thinking about Vinny yesterday, man, and then I went through and tried to find a cool picture, so I just wanted to put that out. Yeah.
Oh,
I mean, I don't know, man, because my girlfriend's got the little Shih Tzu Toby, and golly, I think he's like 7 now.
Okay.
And hold on, 7. Yeah, he's 7 because he's older than me now. And it's just like, man, they just have their little personalities, man, and how you talk to them and scratch them, and they love it, man.
Yeah.
That's how to make a dog fall in love with you, man. My dad taught me that a long time ago. Scratch them right behind their tail, because they can't reach that.
That's
like right
man.
behind their tail, man. Scratch that.
Money spot.
If you want a dog to fall in love with you, man, they will love you forever, because they cannot reach that. And then like their belly, they can't scratch their belly. They can't scratch up here, like anything from here down. Oh man.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too, man. When I saw that, I was like, man, I hope he didn't lose her, when you posted that. You know what I mean?
Vinny, he lived a long life. I mean, he was born in 2009, and he lived up until last year. And bulldogs don't live very long, but he was he was blind, and I wasn't around him very much the last 4 years of his life. But I mean, he was blind, he was deaf, and he couldn't move, and he couldn't eat, and it just his quality of life was terrible, man. He was in pain, and I was there. They did it right there in the house. When they put him to sleep. Man, that wasn't a good day, man. Everybody's putting every day's a good day. Every day ain't a good day.
Amen, man. That's one of the saddest days.
I'm not convinced. And every day is not a good day.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm being think,
Yeah. He's up there not suffering, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's up there now, and he's scratching all those spots that he couldn't get to now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's getting the best massage in the world.
All dogs go to heaven, man.
Yeah,
all
man.
dogs go to heaven.
And it did, man. It made me think of, we lost our dog. We lost our dog at the end of January. And it was one of those where, I wake up and I got like the long way to go to the bathroom, because that's a life lesson, guys. Always make sure your wife can get to the bathroom first. Where your bed is and where the bathroom is, make sure she can get there first. All right. That's a big life lesson. Okay. But anyway, I'm getting up and I'm going to go use the bathroom. And I noticed, like, right down by her, where she would put her feet at, that there's pee on the floor, and the dog was laying right there. And the first thing I said was, Anna, did you piss on the floor? Because I just know that dog, man, that's the best dog in the world. It ain't gonna be that dog that did that, right? And she just jumped up and yelled Asia twice, and then she was unresponsive, and then she just jumped down there and started hugging her and trying to bring her back. And yeah, man, it was just super sad. And all I could do at the time was just start cleaning up everything. And, you know, I went out back and, you know, just dug about 5 feet down, you know what I mean? And we had buried her. We had some friends actually come over that had, you know, bought her a dog bone. So we you know, buried that with her. But yeah, man, she's gone, but man, she's definitely not forgotten, bro. Look at this.
Is that the tombstone?
Yeah, that's her dates right there and everything. And those are some of our favorite pictures. And that was one of the things, if you see on the bottom, it says, "Hold on, Asia." And what that is, man, that's just something that we still say to this day, because, you know, my wife drives like the cops are chasing us, you know, even just leaving the neighborhood. And so she would be in the back and all you would hear was nails, you know, trying to.
The dog would be flying, hitting its head on the roof.
Hold on, Asia.
That was interesting. Coach McNally, we were talking yesterday, and he said, "Yeah, when I die, I don't know if I want to be buried or I want to get burnt." He said, "I want to be laying in a casket and have," he said, "have a Cincinnati hat and a Buffalo Bills shirt, have someone put a football underneath my arm." And I said, "Yeah, like maybe, you know, have a souvenir from the We Are Marshall movie." He's like, basically like saying he would have all these different like teams, like, you know, that he coached, like a New York Giants pair of shorts. He's like, it was just funny, man, for him to say that. I was like, that's a good point.
Yeah, man. Makes you think, right?
Oh, look at that old McNally. Look at Mouse.
Yeah, representing all his teams still.
Oh, but that guy yesterday, man, he was sharp. But he had the one thing I told Coach McNally is like he's so far ahead on computers than Coach Mike Stock.
Yeah,
because I think those 10 years that he was a analyst, he knows how to use an iPad and an iPhone. Coach Stock, man, that was tough. I got him on there for a little bit, but then he kicked himself off.
Gotcha.
You want to shout out our sponsors, man? I think we give them enough for today.
Yeah, definitely. Welcome back, everybody. Cultivate Wellness. Health is wealth. Give them a shout there. Check out the website, cultivatewellness.com. We got everything for you, your animals, you name it. Check it out. And big shout out to St. Pete Rejuvenate, trying to change lives over there as well. Health is wealth. You know, we're doing ketamine infusions. Get your Botox, get your Brotox, you name it, man. We'll take care of it. The facials are off the chain. Wendy there, she's amazing. Renee, she'll get you squared away on how good you want to look in life and everything. So yeah, man, we're just doing big things at the at both clinics, and that's stpeterejuvenate.com as well. Check us out. And I actually here, check this out. You call St. Pete Rejuvenate right now, guess who's answering the phone? Oh yeah. Yep, it's true. So I got the phone, so just give us a call. But besides that, guys, we love you guys. Totem Pole Nation, you guys are rock stars. Until the next episode.